How to get a brilliant mind. There are 6 points at least I came up with. I published them on my Instagram and now I'm going to expand on them. So the 6 points are: seek new experiences and new perspectives. Number 2, solve your inner conflicts. Number 3, get in your body. Number 4, learn rigorous thinking. Number 5, learn how not to think. Number 6, learn how to feel. So, starting from seeking new experiences and new perspectives, the way I see it, every thought that's different from the previous one is a thought that makes you grow. It allows you to expand your view, expand your capacity to look at things and to understand, and ultimately how to interact with the world. While every repetitive thought only wears you out because it keeps repeating, going in the same pattern, which is not necessarily a good pattern, and it might be. And it's good to learn what are the things in life that we don't need to change. But if every day you look for something new to do, for a new piece of knowledge, a new activity, and a new perspective, like a new way to look at things, so a new way to look at old things, your mind will become flexible. And flexibility is true intelligence. It's not about rigid, crystallized knowledge of something. It's about the capacity to deal with the present, with whatever is in the moment. Number 2, solve your inner conflicts. We waste so much energy fighting with ourselves, having thoughts that lead to no conclusion because there's always in the midway another thought, and we have so many voices that do not flow together, but rather each of them trying to stop the previous one. And it is possible in yourself to create space and create peace so that you don't have to waste so much energy fighting yourself, but you can actually direct your thought. When you know what is your will, when you know what is your way, when you also accept that it doesn't have to be perfect, so you stop this overthinking and just accept, okay, things are like this is my solution for now, let me ignore all the other voices because I know I will not make any progress if I keep bringing objections to what I'm doing. So in this way you can follow a train of thought and actually reach a conclusion, which allows you to understand something and get a little bit more brilliance. Number 3 is getting into the body, because the brain is not an isolated system. It exists connected to the whole body. The whole body has a lot of intelligence, and your mind is reflected in the body, just as your body is reflected in your mind. If you enter in a new body position that you have never felt before, a new deep stretch, your mind as well will be in a new configuration, in a new way of being that you didn't know before. And so really, expanding your mind to your body is one of the best ways to open the mind to whatever is outside. First, you have to know yourself. You have to, yes, take care of the body, but also really the point is the connection between the two. You have to let them talk to each other. The mind in tune with the body, knowing, feeling, listening to what the body needs, and the body as well at peace in the sense of supporting the mental activity that you look forward to. Number 4 is learning rigorous thinking. By that I mean something like rationality, the scientific method, something that's clear, that's sharp, where the starting point, the assumptions are known, so you don't just start from something that's implicit, hidden, but you know, okay, this is what I assume to be true, it's my starting point. I don't need to question it right now, but I'm taking it for good for now. Then from here, what is the method I use to move forward? Can I actually be rigorous and know every step instead of simply, maybe this, maybe that, I believe, I feel. So there is value definitely in the clarity of the step by step, the dialectic, if you wish, of reason, rationality. That's it. Science for now is the biggest field where this is developed, where it's known that the assumptions are not necessarily rock solid. You don't have to believe 100% in them, but they are good enough. So you use them to start. The method is observing reality, not just making things up with your mind. And then with these observations, using math and reasoning, which is nothing necessarily complicated, it's really logical and clear. That's the point. So that you know what you're doing, you know where you're going. And then when you reach your conclusion, you can say, I trust this conclusion because I took these steps. I don't necessarily need to believe 100% in it, but for now it's good enough. How good is it? It's as good as my method and my starting points. But then number 5 is learning how not to think. It's easy for us in this society, in this time, maybe forever, to get lost in the mind, to never stop thinking, to think that the mind has all the answers, the thinking mind. And it's not like that. No, there's great value in allowing the mind to rest. And it's a skill. You really have to develop it. How do you stop thinking? I can tell you it's possible. It's possible to be alive, to be awake, and to not be thinking. You see things, you perceive, then there's a flow you can follow. And it doesn't have to be all the time like that. The mind is amazing. You can use it. You can definitely use it and think, but not all the time. It's like a blade. If you use it all the time, it loses the edge, and then it's not even useful for the things that it's made for. But allowing it to rest and learning to cultivate this space, you gain so much more awareness of yourself and of the world, and you're not in such a rush to reach conclusions, to say how things are, to create a judgment inside. Yes, this is like this is like that. You gain the ability to just stay in openness to whatever it is, which allows you to get deeper, to get wider, and then reach more truth, basically, truer conclusions that you will not see if you are always thinking. You also have to allow some space. And number 6 is learning how to feel, because a brilliant mind is not just the thinking mind. There is so much wisdom, so much intelligence in the whole organism, this system, that talks to you all the time through feelings, through perceptions. And if you learn how to connect to this wisdom, your mind will just fall into place and it will be so much clearer and more powerful in the end, because you know that you don't have to do everything by logical words, language, conclusions like that. You can really trust a lot from your feelings. They know something. They can also be trained, they can be improved on. But basically, it's a source of intelligence that you should not ignore. And so, to conclude all of this, it's a matter both of training something, but also to allow it to rest, to allow it to connect and integrate, so that then you have a system that's fluid, that's dynamic, that's not stuck in a way. That's not intelligence when you apply always the same categories or the same ideology to everything you encounter. It either fits in this box or in this box. What about dissolving the box and maybe creating a new one, or maybe not for a bit, or creating a new kind of box? Much is possible when you open your mind, when you have a trained mind that you can rely on. You're not just floating around, you can be grounded, and at the same time, you can fly. You can fly high. And by that, I simply mean consider bigger and wider concepts for your own life, for your connection with other people. In the end, to live life as a human. That's what we're talking about. So, good job listening until the end.